it's Amanda. Today I'm going to be doing a dark romance readathon vlog. In this vlog I'll be reading The Madhouse, Heron Mill, and Unhinged. So I read 3 books during the readathon. It's currently Sunday, so I think I'm going to wrap up the vlog at that. So if you want to see my thoughts on those books, just keep watching. Be sure to like and subscribe down below for more bookish content from me. I'd love to have you here, and let's just get into the vlog. I have finished my first book, which was The Madhouse by Liza James, and I am 50% in to Heron Mill, which is my second book of the readathon. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about The Madhouse. It was so good. I didn't even put it down. I kept reading it late into the night, which is why I don't have 50% updates, but I do have thoughts. It left off on a cliffhanger, which I was not expecting. It wasn't as dark as I was expecting it to be, but it was still had dark elements and it still had the vibes. Basically, we're following Ophelia. She is from a religious cult along with her step sibling Cedar. But Cedar got out of it at age 16, I think. So she got out, she ran away, and she never returned for Ophelia. Or so Ophelia thinks. So she hates Cedar for leaving her because they were really close and they obviously have shared trauma together. So when Cedar gets the phone call that Ophelia is finally found and is in the hospital currently because she murdered her parents. So we have Ophelia, who has a shit ton of trauma. She also has a ton of demons, PTSD, and she has a personality that comes out that protects her. She calls it the monster, and this is the person she is when she needs to be strong, hence why the murders happen. And then Cedar had a completely different teenage life than Ophelia, so she ended up in the foster care system, and now she's kind of living on her own. She's had girlfriends in the past, and they come from a religious cult, so you can imagine how that is with their past trauma. There's a lot of internalized homophobia happening. There are lots of triggers in this book, especially on Ophelia's end. So what did I like about this book? I loved the writing. I loved the characters. I loved the dual POVs. And I really loved the way Cedar's character played out. She has a little bit of a side hustle, if you will. It was boss bitch energy. And I just loved the two characters in general. I thought it was so steamy, but it also was way more slow burn than I thought it would be. There was definitely tension building because Ophelia had to deal with her trauma. And I really like how that was done, because if they would have jumped straight into the steamy times, it wouldn't have been as believable, and we wouldn't have gotten to connect with Ophelia as much as we did, or like feel for her character or believe her trauma. But in this book, I really did feel for Ophelia. She goes through a lot. There is even more stuff that happens after the events that take place in her childhood. Like in present day, she has to go through some shit because a part of her still believes how she was raised is the right way to live. And then the other side of her is coming to terms with the fact that that isn't what she believes, that she wants to be a completely different person than how she was raised. I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens in the next one because it left off on a cliffhanger. I won't give anything away, but I was pretty pissed. But that's okay. I was still satisfied with how everything played out, but I will definitely pick up the next book, like no doubt. So I ended up giving it 5 stars. Now I'm 50% into Heron Mill by K.L. Taylor Lane. This is a romance horror, also step sibling trope and Halloween-y vibes. So I was like, sign me up. One of you on my live show was reading this and I was like, I need to pick this up. So there's like secrets going down in this mansion. So, okay, let me back up. Okay, so we follow Grace. She was locked away for 12 years because her mom is literally horrible and she like hates her for some reason. We don't know why yet, but she locked her away because she's strange. So far, I'm not getting that strange of vibes from Grace, but we'll see. And then now she has a new husband that wants Grace to come live with them, and she's never really been in like a normal household. So it's this mansion in the middle of nowhere. He has a bunch of sons, so you know what's gonna happen is one of these sons is going to really like her to the point of obsession. So Hunter is the step sibling of choice. He sees her in the window one day and he's like, who's that? But then once he sees her again, he like becomes obsessed with her, and he's not really wanted a relationship slash anything to do with love in the past. He has a secret of his own. I still don't know what's going on, but he's like the basement duty, which I'm assuming is going to be dark and mysterious because I'm assuming he's like a killer of some kind if this is a horror romance. but I'm not sure yet. And so he's super obsessed with her right now, which I find a little tiny bit too fast because there's already a lot of steam going on, even like at the 20% mark. It's like insta lust, which isn't my favorite thing ever, but I'm here for the vibes. It has like a gothic type of setting. I really like how protective he is. He is very much a toucher and you die type. Just now, the mom was trying to tell her something about her medication. She needs to take her medication, you know, and she's like being really mean to her daughter. And he's like, fucking do it one more time, bitch. See what happens. He like chokes her on a wall. Yeah. I was like, yes ma'am. But I'm very curious as to what will go on the rest of the book because I feel like it's a very short book. It's less than 300 pages. I haven't gotten very much horror vibes yet, so I'm just waiting for something dark to happen because so far we're just kind of learning the characters. Grace is kind of strange, but not really. Hunter's mysterious, but still nothing super dark coming out. So I just want to know what makes this really dark / horror. But I'll let you know when I finish, and then we can pick the next book that I'm going to be reading. I finished Heron Mill yesterday or the day before. I rated that 3 stars. I didn't think it was as dark as people were saying it was going to be. I do think it had horror elements because our hero Hunter, he is kind of unhinged and he's into certain things. I don't want to give too much away about what he does because I feel like it kind of ruins the experience because it didn't get dark until way past the 60% mark, but I just wasn't completely sold on their characters. I don't know, I was kind of underwhelmed by it. People that have similar reading tastes to me have really loved this book, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. I'm very much not an insta lust fan. So even with Gothic by Runix, I know a lot of people love that one. And again, I think it was the insta lust for me. I need a little bit more build up in the relationship for it to work for me. I feel like if he's obsessed with her, I need him to be even more unhinged / I need his backstory a little bit more. I didn't feel as connected to his character as I have with other psychopaths is what I'm trying to say. Like Cole from There Are No Saints, he was just so well developed. So I have high expectations for my unhinged characters. That being said, I am going to start either Unhinged by Onley James, which is the serial killer romance that I'm reading, or I will start Court of the Vampire Queen because I did just pick this up at the bookstore. I'm very excited about it. So far, so good for the readathon. We have a 5-star and a 3-star. Let's hope it goes up to a 4 or 5-star this time. It's Saturday and I have a little haul for y'all, some clothes, some books, so we'll go through that. I had to get some new things because of work, and I also have this big presentation this week at work on Thursday, so I wanted to get something cute for work because I do wear the same thing almost every single week there because I only go in the office twice a week, so I basically just rotate 2 outfits like literally every week because I'm not really a work outfit type of girl, but I did get this really cute dress, so I'm excited about it. So yesterday I did start Unhinged by Onley James. I'm not too far in. I think I got to 10%, but what I do know is that it follows this group of guys that have psychopathic tendencies that are going to be taught to kill bad people by this doctor. So this doctor in the beginning, he takes in another kid named Adam, and he is unhinged, and so, well, obviously unhinged. You get me? Anyway, so I'm really excited to get to 50% in this one and give you some more details, but let me show you what I got at Barnes & Noble the other day. I didn't get these today, but I did get them, I think it was Tuesday that I got these. So yeah, I got Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. This is a collection of her already published books. The first one's called Sacrifice, and it's a dark vampire romance. And I've actually been wanting to read Sacrifice for a while, so I was like, this is perfect, a bind up, and it has some pretty art for each book, and I just think it's gonna be a fun read. We love it, and I like the cover. I know it's pretty cliche for the genre right now. Then I picked up The American Roommate Experiment, which is the companion novel to The Spanish Love Deception, and I'm really excited for it. I did a little makeup look for this one also yesterday, and yeah, I love this author, so I'm hoping that I end up loving this one just as much as I liked the first one. I heard there's a lot of tropes in this one, and sometimes it can be a bit trope heavy, but I don't mind that as long as I'm having a good time. Then recently I did get Light Lark. I got this one in the mail normal, but I am pretty excited for it. I know it has a lot of controversy right now where I think that people are reviewing it, which I think is really unfortunate considering they didn't read the book, but I am excited to read it and give it a shot regardless because I am excited about the premise and I'm always down for a good YA book with some romance in it. Then I got Do You Take This Man by Denise Williams. This one, I don't know much about it. I know it's about an event planner and a wedding officiant, and I think that they're in an enemies, yeah, it says enemies with benefits arrangement. I haven't tried a Denise Williams yet, but I know my friend Angelia really loves her, so I am excited to try it out, and I just loved this cover, so I was like, you know what, let me try it. It's a new release. It came out just on the Tuesday that I went to the store, so I just picked up all the new releases, including Angelica Frankenstein Meets Her Match by Sally Thorne. This one, I don't know if I'll like it because it does seem really cheesy, and the thing about Sally Thorne is I like the hating game. It's not like my favorite thing ever, but I liked it, and then I also just kind of didn't love her latest one, which was Second First Impressions. So I'm not sure if I'll like this one, but I figured it'll be fun, cheesy one for the Halloween time. And I think it's about Frankenstein's sister trying to create her perfect man. I really loved the cheesy book Go Hex Yourself, which was a Halloween-y type one that I read last month. So if you are looking for something like that, Go Hex Yourself was so much fun. It was kind of a Kylo Ren Rey fanfic again, but I loved it. And then lastly, I got Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I just really think this sounds so good. It's a Carrie retelling. Let's get into the non-bookish things. I'm sorry if this is boring, but I went to White House Black Market, and that's where I got the dress that I want to wear to my presentation that I'm doing, and it is so freaking cute. Oh my God. So it just goes all the way down. I went to Dry Goods to get some stuff, and that's where I got the cardigan. It's chunky. It was on sale too. I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. I thought it might be a little too thick for that dress, but I was like, fall's coming and this will go with like more things, and I wanted to keep it versatile because I don't like spending money on things that I'll only wear one time. I'm always thinking about YouTube when I get shirts because I basically only wear stuff when I do YouTube videos, like cuter things, you know. Then I got this slip dress that I thought was really cute for the fall time. Ooh, and it was like on a really good clearance, and I was like, it's so good for fall, so I thought I'd put it with the same cardigan. And you can really do anything with it. You can make it more edgy with like some boots and stuff. So I got some pajama boxers that are really cute. They have gummy bears on them and little candy corns. I like them. And then one more thing, I went to Target because they have new boots, so PSA. So I ended up getting some white ones that are so cute. I know everybody has these pretty much, but I can never fit my freaking calves in any of these because they go up high and I feel like they're so skinny all the time. And I just have chunky calves. They're still a little bit tight, but they zip. I had bought some recently at another place that they wouldn't even zip, and I was so sad. And it just makes you feel so bad when like shoes don't zip anyway. But these are so cute. I think they go with so much and just fun. So that's my little haul. I'll let you know when I am 50% into Unhinged, and hopefully it goes well. Alright, so I'm now 50% through Unhinged. This morning I had to work a little bit because I have a huge presentation for work on Thursday next week. So I had to work on that for 5 hours. So I didn't get much reading done this morning, but I am planning to finish Unhinged at the very least today. I'm 50% in. I'm liking it, but I'm not like obsessed or loving it. Ooh, don't hate me. Again, I'm feeling a little insta lust. And I don't know if it's because this video has had a lot of that, but I'm just like, oh my God, again. The obsession is there, and it really is the type of books that I'm picking, but I do like the family. dynamic between the brothers. So we get a bunch of bickering between them that I think is hilarious. So that part I really like, but the part with Adam and Noah, I like them as a couple, but I don't feel as connected to their characters as I want to. I don't think that I like the characters themselves. I think that's the issue that I'm having. I'm not feeling connected. When the author does explain their backstories a little bit more, I feel like it is the fact that this book is in third person that's hindering my ability to connect a little bit, because it's almost like narrator style where it says Adam wasn't sure if he wanted to do this, or like that sort of thing. So I don't normally read romances that are in third person. I've read a few and sometimes they're done really well, but a lot of the times I do like my romances to be in first person just so I can connect to the thoughts and feelings of the character more, and that's what I think this book is not doing for me. I'm not feeling connected to their stories or their emotions, so therefore I'm not connecting with their romance. I'm gonna finish Unhinged. I'll let you know my final thoughts. Juicy burger, and I finished Unhinged by Emily James. I just realized I didn't tell you guys what it was about at all in the last clip. So this is a serial killer romance, male, and we start off with Adam. He is one of the psychopaths that are part of the Mulvaney family, and that family consists of, I think, 7 brothers that this doctor has taken in and tried to make them killers in a good way, hence the title Necessary Evil. And then we also follow Noah, who is the son of a man who they have killed, and they always kill bad guys. So this man was a pedophile and a serial rapist. So he was a bad man, but his son like doesn't have any memories of it. So he ends up pulling a gun to Adam in the beginning of the book, and that's how they meet. Basically, Noah wants to kill him because he killed his father, and then Adam reveals that his father was a piece of shit. So they end up teaming up to find the remaining people in that pedophile ring, because there was multiple people involved. I think that I'm going to rate this one a 3.5 stars, because I really think that is the fact that this book is in third person and that it didn't work as well for me. I think if this was in first person, it would have worked much better for me and my need to feel the character's emotions so in depth. Also, the smut scenes, I'm just gonna say it. I think that they were too talkative. I don't know, at some points I found Noah to be annoying, and I know that was like his quirky thing, and I was just like, it's not for me. It's not for me. In terms of smut though, there are a lot of scenes, so if you like that, I think you'll like this. All in all, it was an entertaining read, and I did enjoy myself while reading it. It had cheesy moments, and I really enjoyed the bickering between the brothers, which I think I mentioned before. I will continue this series just to see if maybe I like another one of the books better, but I'll only give it like 3 chances, I think. I don't think I'm gonna give it more than 3 chances, but I will try to read the second one and the third one. So now we're at the point where we're at Sunday at 6:30 p.m. So I don't know about you, but I have been watching House of Dragons, and there's a juicy episode coming out tonight. And I haven't watched the previous episode yet, and I need to. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go do that. Thank you for being here. If you've made it this far, leave a dragon emoji down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.